Tebogo Khaas is the founder of the organisation Public Interest SA. He has released a statement today in which he indicates that he believes Gcaleka would be a good public protector. Tebogo Khaas, good afternoon to you and thank you for your time. Why do you believe the committee is making the right decision to recommend her to take over the job of public protector for a full term? Tebogo Khaas, I don't know if you may have muted yourself by mistake. Maybe we muted you, but let's see if we are able to hear you now. Why do you believe that Advocate Kholeka Gcaleka would be a good public protector?
Yes, at the outset, Stephen, and sorry for the accidental mute. At the outset, let me hasten to add that, or to say that any of the shortlisted, including the top 5 or 3, for that matter, including Advocate Tsidiso, would have made a good appointment or recommendation for the office of public protector, and that the committee has recommended the appointment or nominated the recommendation of Advocate Gcaleka to the president for appointment. Just also is an affirmation of the kind of character that she is, and she has acquitted herself very well during the period that she's been acting since former or suspended public protector Busisiwe Mkhobane had been away. So we believe that she knows the environment very well. There will be continuity, and she's proven to be stable hands, to have been steadfast, and she provided some stability within the office of the public protector. I know that for a fact because we often interact with the office of the public protector, and the kind of pressure with which the team works under, and under the stewardship of Advocate Gcaleka, we can only believe that things can only get better than the way in the past.
I think in the end, Tebogo, this is all going to be about her Phala Phala report, and I think you probably know that. She said that the President, Cyril Ramaphosa, had no case to answer. She did make a finding against his head of security, but she said he had no case to answer. Now, this report has been criticized by many quarters. I know of at least 2 political parties, it may now be 3, I think it is 3 actually, who want to take it on review. But in her report, she doesn't seem to interrogate how $580,000 ended up in the President's hands. She doesn't seem to ask any questions on his own version of how this money ended up in a sofa. If someone finds that it's okay for the President to have foreign currency in US dollars in a sofa, can we really trust that person with the job of being public protector?
You know, what encourages me, Stephen, is the fact that we live in a country governed by a rule of law, and there are mechanisms that are available to everyone who are displeased about the finding, especially of the public protector, to actually take it on review. And we encourage, and we're actually supportive of those who might feel that the public protector or the acting public protector might have come short in her report, to actually take it on review. Those are the mechanisms that are available to us under this democratic dispensation, and we salute those. But having said that, we must also accept the fact that not all decisions that will be made, even by a court of law, will please all the belligerents or the protagonists in the matter. And in this instance, those political parties who feel aggrieved by the outcome, and even members of the public, have got the right to actually approach the courts for a review. But let us also don't throw caution into the wind, because some of those parties, most notably the EFF, cannot be trusted. You know how praiseworthy the way of the former suspended public protector Advocate Busisiwe Mkhobane before her appointment, and only to make U-turns later on. So don't be surprised if later on, down the years, or even down the months, if not weeks, they come back singing praises and glory and glorious adulation of Advocate Gcaleka if she does get appointed by the president. Appointed by the president. So I applaud the fact that she's acquitted herself very well during her interviews, despite the hostility that she faced in some quarters.
So Tebogo, I mean, you can make a political statement about the EFF if you like, but I think the DA is also going to take this report on review, and they come from the sort of other side of the political spectrum. But doesn't this lead us to the possibility of what might be a very bad outcome? that she could get appointed, you support her, she could be appointed to the position, go through Parliament, the President would make the final appointment after the National Assembly, and then we get a finding that her report into Phala Phala was wrong. What then?
It might very well be. Reports get overturned, judgments get overturned, and even some even attempt to overturn judgments of the apex court in some instances. But I wouldn't really wish to throw her away with a report that may later be overturned by the courts, because I believe that, look at the kind of work that she's been able to provide the stewardship at the Office of the Public Protector for all this time when Busisiwe Mkhwebane had been suspended. And I think if you look at even the environment, it has changed within the Office of the Public Protector. You've got individuals or colleagues within that institution who now feel free to actually express themselves and carry on with their work without really being under the kind of toxic environment that prevailed before her. And I'm not necessarily saying that she's the best public protector that South Africa would have, or she would make the best public protector. I'm saying, given what we had and given what the committee had to deal with, I believe that she was best placed to actually be given the nod.
Tebogo,
and notwithstanding Phala Phala, which might go any other way. And for us, it is not for us to actually second guess what the courts might find. The courts might come back and say there's nothing wrong with the report.
No, Tebogo, Khaas, I think he'll be the only person in the country not second-guessing the court on Phala Phala. Thank you very much indeed, the founder of Public Interest SA.